Today I'm going to talk to you about familiarity breeding contempt and how sometimes you can get a little too comfortable. We're going to do that right now. Hey, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button and then press on the bell icon. That way you'll be told every time I post a video. It's an age-old saying, but sadly it's very true. Familiarity does breed contempt, and a lot of times you don't even know you're doing it. So what do I mean by this? Okay, you're in a situation where you've known someone a while and more you're feeling comfortable with them, so you don't rein yourself in anymore. You don't work on your manners. You don't really think that it's important that courtesy is still there. You think that you're comfortable and you can do no wrong. And then what starts to happen is you start to take the piss. So people that you should be friends with are now starting to move away from you, or it's the other way around. You've got somebody who you thought was your mate but actually has a reason to want to use you, i.e. you're useful to them, you do something good for them, or you know, you get to be in a position where it starts being a user situation. So why am I talking about this? More and more I'm seeing it, you know, not just from me, you know, luckily my small group of friends, I keep them tight and I know who they are and what they do, but more and more I'm seeing people trying to get to know me and trying to get to know other people around me who can be useful to them, simply because that way they think they don't have to pay them for their services, they don't have to pay as much as a normal customer would, like, you know, people are ripping off the world. Basically what's happening is when you meet someone and they change, you know, they change the relationship to you. So it's just from meeting someone and then you become friends. The whole point of becoming friends with someone is you have a coping network, you have people you can talk to, you have people you can socialize with, you know, and you have different friends that do different things. These people are slightly different. These people get too comfortable in a situation and therefore think that they can just use you when they want to. And it's not a two-way street. You know, hopefully my friends, if they need something, they ask me, and if I can do it, I will. And, you know, there are times when you can't help people and you can't feel bad about that. That's the way it is. But, you know, people help me all the time. You know, there's Robin at the Forge and Dave at the Toe Shop and, you know, all of these other people. Rick, who helps me do the wood and is also my mate, you know. But, you know, I know that they can rely on me as much as I rely on them. And I think that's important in friendship. If you got a friend that maybe you every time they ask for something, you just say, oh, I'm busy, oh, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. But actually, you know, you're not doing anything, you just don't want to do it. Well, you see, that's what's happening. Your familiarity is then breeding contempt for that person, thinking that, oh, well, they'll do whatever that I want them to do, but I don't have to give it back. And that's not right. You know, also, there's a nastier side to this. You know, familiarity breeds contempt. Contempt is a word where you no longer feel like this person is of value. You no longer think that they are on the same level as you. Maybe you think they're below you. And I'll tell you what's happened. You just become arrogant. You've just become somebody who doesn't necessarily understand the way that friendship and social interaction works. Because if you do genuinely believe that people are below you, you know, you don't really deserve to have friends, do you? So have a little think. Next time you're talking to one of your mates and they ask you to do something and you can do it but you can't be bothered, then say yes instead of no, I'm too busy. Yeah, because quite frankly, you can see through that. You can see it a mile away. If your friends help you, help them back, because that two-way street is what makes for a strong societal situation, a strong sociable society. You know, if we're all helping each other a little bit and we're all giving a little bit as well as taking, that means that everything can be on a level playing field. And I'm starting to see that maybe, you know, that's the way forward with all of this. You know, with enough angst in the world, treat your friends the way you'd want to be treated. You know, that's the way I do it, is if I treat someone badly, you know, I don't want to be treated badly by anybody. So why the hell would I do it? And I'm, like I say, I'm not a saint, but I've noticed more and more this is happening, especially as I've become more useful with welding and stuff, and people are asking me for favours. People I haven't even talked to in years are coming out of the woodwork. So just have a little think. Next time you ask someone for a favour, think, would you do the same for them? If you could subscribe to my channel there, last Thursday's video is up there and YouTube's pick is there. Remember, if you subscribe, hit the bell, get told whenever I post content.